Do. Oh, we do. Great. Great. See, just takes a little extra work. That's all. Tell me when we're on. We're on. Welcome back. Yes, we had some technical difficulties, but hey, we're ironing those things out. So now you can hear me and not just see me. Welcome to Jubilee Circle. And we are so glad that you're hanging in there with us in YouTube land. Jubilee Circle is here in Columbia, South Carolina. We're an interfaith spiritual community offering inspiration, affirmation, healing, creative arts and music, and service so that we can learn to live abundantly, love wastefully, and awaken to our higher divine self. Don't shoot the editor. I found a typo on our bulletin, which hopefully in a week or two we'll have these back online for you to look at. So welcome so much, and we're just going to take a moment to just kind of greet each other and breathe for a few minutes. This is a song called Broken Compass, which happens to be our message for today. Uh-oh. Keith? Ready? Yeah, I'm ready, Keith. There we go.
As I try to find my way, this broken compass seems to lead me so much further away. To live and breathe another day, to see the things that I have seen only a few of us may reap the rewards of life. So much is missing or mistaken, so much doesn't seem right. Please guide me through this maze, engulfed by the gutters, trapped in this haze. In this haze. So sick of this mess I'm in, far away from all the people that they really want me to be. So when did this road begin? Things are getting worse, it's almost to the point where I cannot see that there's more to life. So much is questioned in what's written, so it may seem shackled in so many ways, engulfed in the storm, trapped in this haze. This compass leads me away. If you heard all the sounds, would you lift me off the ground? Would you guide me?
If you're in YouTube land, now is the time to go pour yourself another cup of coffee so that you can enjoy the message today.
Or would you guide me through the rain? So wipe my eyes and scratch my head. I can only see a couple feet in front of my face. Why don't you turn on the light instead? This kind of travesty, it seems to just pull me away. This compass leads me away. If you heard all the sounds, would you lift me off the ground? Would you guide me through the rain? This compass isn't working. My sails are slowly turning. This compass isn't working. It's slowly leading me away.
There we go. Wow. That should have got you going. Was that Keith screaming? Who knows? One of the things that we do here at Jubilee Circle is the call of the directions. It's just a time that we can now just breathe and stop and think where we are and center ourselves. So if you're here in the room and you're able, please stand as we do the call of the directions. If, if, if you'll face the east, they're getting up there to play drums for us. A little background music to go with this. Hang on, hang on. They're doing a light drum.
Light drums.
Light drumming. Very light. Yes. Okay, as we face the east, Spirit of all that grows, grow patience and contentment within us. May we learn to roll with things just a little bit more easier and be patient as we grow in this life. Turn and face the south, quarter turn to the right. Spirit of all that's warm, warm our hearts so that we can be open to new ideas, open to new people and new situations. Help us not to be contented in our own little box. Quarter of turn to the right and face the west. Spirit of the ocean, teach us to be flexible and to ebb and flow just like the tides that gently washes the old away and receive in whatever is new. Quarter of turn to the right and face the north. Spirit of the air, may we soar to the highest potential that we possibly can. Help us to gain new heights and new insights. Quarter of turn back to the center. The center is where everything meets. Patience, warmth, flexibility, and soaring. May we be to our best potential. We burn sage as a way to signify that this is a time of cleansing what is inside of us and be ready to accept all that we have available to us. Tamara's going to spread the love. As you see, I'm kind of lonesome up here. But that's because everybody seems today, it's just Thanksgiving, and it's a lot of aftermath. So we decided to let the band kind of enjoy some time. Some are facing some difficulties, and so we give a call out to Leslie and Bruce and hope that their plumbing soon gets fixed. I am Julie Buckley, and I'm the president of the board here at Jubilee, and it's my honor today to come and talk with you. Our topic for today is broken compass, that feeling of being lost. Have you ever been lost? Well, I was heading alone to a dear friend's funeral in Ocala, Georgia. Now, Ocala is this little hole-in-the-wall town. You know, it's got maybe one stoplight in this town, and it's out in the middle of nowhere. I've never been there. Way into my journey, I lost signal. In the middle of nowhere. I had no clue where I was. I had made so many twists and turns that I wasn't even sure if I could backtrack to find my way. So I just kept going. I didn't know what else to do, but I just kept on the path I was on till I found a grocery store. And I went into the grocery store and in a very loud voice, because I can get loud, I said, "Help, does anybody know where Ocala, Georgia is?" The whole store went quiet. You could hear a pin drop. And then I heard a voice back a little piece. This little old man piped up and he said, "Well, I do. You're on the right road. Just go down a little further and you turn left at the clock, and that will take you on into Ocella." I said, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you." So I continued on my journey. Now, on the way back home, I didn't see it as a problem. I knew which way was east, and if I just kept going east, I would either run into an interstate or run into the beach, and I knew how to get myself home from either one of those. But it was that journey there. So my question to you today is, has your personal GPS lost its signal? Are you not sure what current course you're on? If you're feeling lost, you may feel disconnected from everything around. It can feel like your life has no point, no purpose, no direction, or movement. You may be floating from random task to random task, withdrawing from loved ones, uninterested in hobbies or things that once interested you. You may have mood swings and just not feel happy, or you may feel overwhelmed by even the simple task. In other words, you're just out of sorts, just not feeling yourself or even knowing what is yourself. Sometimes at Thanksgiving dinner, we can get overwhelmed because we sit there and hear the accomplishments of our friends and families, and you may sit there going, "Well, I don't have anything I can add to that." That's the feeling of being lost. Your compass may be broken. The beauty of being lost is that it's the same thing that makes us scary. It can also help us to find our way. If we have no map, we must go by instinct. Just like I knew if I turned east, I would find the ocean. It may take me a while, but I would find the ocean. Relying on our inner compass will help us to show the way. This can be scary because it's a lot riding on that. We might fear if we go too far in the wrong direction, or we become paralyzed, or maybe we just won't make any progress at all. Yet this is the very challenge we need in order to develop our ability to trust ourselves. Socrates, when asked if he could sum up all of the philosophical commandments, this is what he replied, very simply: know yourself. If you don't have a full understanding of who you are, then you're going to continue to feel lost. We need also to trust that the universe will help support and guide us. Matthew 6:25 through 33 says, "Look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather things into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not just as valuable as they are? And which of you, being anxious, can add even one cubit, one little bit, to the span of his life?" We must believe this intellectually, but it's only through experience that we can take it to heart. Learning to be okay with being lost and trusting that we'll be guided will begin our journey. We can support ourselves by confirming that we don't need to know exactly where we're going in order to take our first steps. We are learning to find our own way rather than following an established path, and in doing so, we learn to trust ourselves. In this trust that connects us to the universe and reminds us that no matter how lost we feel as we journey, on an inner level, we're already home. Finding yourself is one of the most fundamental endeavors of life, says a German philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche. So finding yourself is one of the fundamental endeavors of life. Charles, and I hope I don't mess his name up too bad, it's Berkshire. He's an American poet. Tamara, do you know him? Bukowski. Okay. I put the K at the wrong place. Bukowski. See, it helps to have a poet in the house. He was asked this question: how can you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? Stop for a moment and get back to some basics. Self-knowledge is about understanding your real and true needs and desires. Lao Tao's once said, "He who knows others is wise, but he who knows himself is enlightened." If you don't have a full understanding of who you are, you will continue to make decisions against your true self. Growth in life and careers start with self-knowledge. And one way to do that is using a value sheet. That was your homework. The ones here in the building, they've already gotten a jump ahead. They've already done one. But for those in YouTube land, you can download one of the many, many value sheets that you'll find online. On the value sheet, the top part of it listed 30 different values, core values. So you pick which one resonates most with you. There are things on here, I'm not going to name all 30, but like punctuality, imagination, intelligence, growth, playfulness, consideration, modesty. Would any of y'all like to share any of those that you added? What did you add, Camille? Just name one or two. Just name one or two. What are some of your top ones? Family and intelligence. Yeah. Brian? Wisdom. Those are important. They are. After you decide your core values, which the first group is on this one is 30, then you narrow it down to your top 10. So that's taking a third of them away. So was that kind of difficult to take 20 away from the 30?
Well, I put in my own rules and added a secondary 5,
Camille put in an extra 5, so she divided it in half, right? Like there wasn't enough already. You're right, Bob. And then from those top 10, you choose your top 5. Does anybody like to share what their top 5 is? What's the top things that are most important to you?
Creativity, imagination, intelligence, freedom, and rest.
Okay, Tamara said rest, intelligence, creativity, freedom, and...
Freedom. Where's freedom on?
Yep, freedom is about 2/3 of the first column down. And what was your 5th one, Tamara? Top 5.
Honesty, accuracy, tolerance, fairness, and
Honesty, inclusiveness, accuracy, tolerance, and fairness. All right, Lee.
Okay. Communication, humor, passion, spirituality, and calmness.
All right, calmness, spirituality, passion, humor, and communication. Right? All right. All right. See, everybody has a different core because we're all uniquely made. I know, Jesse, your values are all over the place. Yes, she did. She circled all of them because it's all important to her. One reason why so many feel lost is because they can't discover what is their passion. They are too busy trying to conform to society. And society tends to ostracize anyone who's even slightly different. We need to march to our own drum, the beat of our own drum. Consider your whole life and ask yourself, what do you really like? And what you like just because society wants you and expects you and tells you that you should like it. That's getting back to those core values. Look at those and take those to heart. You have to find your own meaning and gladly own it. One who discovers their passion and their purpose can bear almost any obstacle, misery, or even failure in their life. To do so, question everyone and everything. It doesn't mean to post all those views on social media. No, don't go there. That's again rushing to a collective social society. Learn to stay in your thoughts in solitude. And those core values that you just circled, those are the ones you really need to dwell on and decide, are these the things that really make my life full of passion and purpose? The path to self-discovery may not be an easy one. Matter of fact, that same German philosopher, Nietzsche, if I say it right, suggests to find yourself and discover your true potential, choose the difficult path, which may be solitude. In solitude, one has time to reflect without all the noise of society. But I have a 9-to-5 job. I have a family. I have responsibilities. Then you need to find a way to carve out even short alone times. Your well-being depends on it. The philosopher also suggested to find your purpose in life, replace religion with philosophy, art, literature, theater, history, and any other part of humanity. Uh-oh. That's hearsay, isn't it? Poetry. Well, that's the literature and the art, right? That's heresy. I might get burned at the stake. Oh, but I'm at Jubilee Circle. It's okay. We just burned the stakes. In other words, expand your base of knowledge. And if you choose religion, then study the similarities and the differences and the hypocrisies of all of the religions of the world without being biased. That's why here at Jubilee Circle, we have started again our interfaith to ask different philosophies and different religions to come and share with us so that we can stay open-minded. All right, Jess, I have to reprimand. I have to play mom mode for a minute. Switch hats. Okay. You still feeling lost? Life. No matter what it has in it, had in it, or will have in it, we have to love our fate. We have to learn to celebrate everything that happens in life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the heartbreak, the failures, the lost love, the dejection, but along with that, the joy and the success and the accomplishments. Without all of these happening in the exact intensity and sequence, we wouldn't be who we are today. I had a not so great first marriage. Thing is, I knew my second husband before I married my first. And I'd often said, why didn't you just kick him aside and we could have been together sooner? And his reply was always, Julie, your experience has helped to shape you into the woman you are today, the woman I'm in love with wholeheartedly. So don't look back at the negative things and dwell on them as being negative. They really did help to shape who you are now. When reviewing our past, we too often highlight all of those negatives instead of accentuating the positive. There's actually a song about that. You've had a unique journey. Think about how beautiful it's been so far. When you started this path, you had no idea where your journey would take you. Think back on your path. Do you remember a beautiful sunset? Come on, each one of us can probably strain our brain and think about some beautiful sunset that you just went and just breathed. Remember that first kiss? Or the second one? Or maybe the first that led to the second and the third one? Or seeing your baby for the first time? Those were all positive. But too often we just dwell to remember the bad events, leaving no room for the good moments. Start appreciating every passing second, and soon you're not going to feel lost. You'll find meaning out of all the chaos in life. And maybe, just maybe, you're feeling lost because you've become contented to just sit down in the middle of the road and not move. If I had done that in Ocella, on my way to Ocella, I'd still be there if I just sat in the middle of the road and gave up. Maybe it's time to step off the path and carve a new path. To find ourselves is sometimes we have to lose ourselves to start with. Do new things. Do something that scares you. And you'll find yourself. Any movement you make when you feel stuck or lost will feel like progress. Remember, even though it might be painful or frustrating, feeling lost can become a great opportunity for growth. Psychologist Dr. Carol Ferreira says, feeling lost can redirect us. It can inspire us to take a trip or savor new experiences. It can inspire us to take a different job. Does that sound familiar, Camille? She's just ventured out onto a new job. Yay.
Yes.
It can inspire us to join a group to find our tribe, right, Brian? Yes. Yay. Brian just joined us today and is helping with our sound.
He looks tribal.
Feeling lost can be the first step in creating a more fulfilling life and the first step in reconnecting with yourself. And yourself is a unique creation. One of your core values, say, maybe was justice. Go find a nonprofit organization and go volunteer your time and help out. Tamara said one of hers was creativity. Well, you can go to the $1.25 store. It's not Dollar Tree anymore. You can go to the $1.25 store and get some paint supplies and start painting and see what you can create. Or just take a pencil and paper and start writing down your thoughts like Lee does. He has boxes and boxes of journals where he can just express himself in a journal that nobody reads. Well, whenever he wants to share a few, Keith, we read them. But he's got boxes of these things. And then he picks the best little nuggets and shares it with everyone. but he gets a lot of joy and contentment and passion out of that writing. So find things that bring you joy and passion, and then you won't feel lost and stuck anymore. And then we can all say, oh, yeah. There's not. Bob was saying there's no justice on the core, and everybody else chimed in, oh, yeah, there is. It's hiding. You got to look for justice. You got to work for the justice. I do have one poem I want to share, and then we're going to do our meditation. And this happens to be called Broken Compass. I took a wrong turn somewhere. I thought I was going in the right direction, but apparently I've been traveling for so long on an uncharted road to nowhere, and there were no signposts anymore, no markers, only an endless stretch of oblivion. There's no going back now. The road behind has turned to dust, and even the wind can't find the passage of years. No, I must move forward, continuing down this forsaken highway, a tumbleweed dream to carry me into a sunset, a long cold night, and the breaching of another day by Lawrence Overmeyer. We can only go forward. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Yes, now it's time for some meditation. I've given you a lot to think about. I've given you a lot. Hang on one second.
You good, Julie?
Huh?
I see you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Isn't that nice? They were concerned. We do have extra wires up there. I had to get my sheet because get my sheet together. I'm fine. I'm not going to move again. I'm fine. I want to give you an affirmation, and it is on your bulletin. And I hope that you think about these affirmations during the week, because there is a lot of turmoil that goes on around our life, and we feel like we do kind of lose our path. I have to share, my brother got to go to Israel right before all the chaos. And this is a scarf that he brought me from Israel, because there's so much chaos and so many have lost their way. But the affirmation says, although my life is changing, in any given moment, I can return to peace. At any given moment. So I want you to think about that while we take a few moments of meditation. This is a time that is not necessarily our favorite to talk about, but it's a time that we can give. And we appreciate all the support that we have received here at Jubilee Circle. And it's because of your support that we're able to continue to have service each week here and hopefully meet some of your needs for the week. So please continue to give generously like you've been giving. There are ways that you can do that. You can even send us a check at P.O. Box 4611, Columbia, South Carolina. I think the address will appear sometime or another on the screen. Or you can come here and join us at 11:15 any Sunday morning. You'll find us here. On Wednesdays, you'll find us here with a discussion group on what's called the Course of Miracles. And we have an open discussion. And you're welcome whether you agree or not to agree. We don't pass judgment. So come up for that. We have some other events. We're beginning to open the space up for lots more. I mean, we are going to really bust it open, aren't we, Tamara? We are. Yes. But on November the 30th, we have early morning yoga. Who's an early morning person besides Tamara? I'm sure there's folks out there, Tamara.
Nobody's come yet, but I believe.
She said no one's come yet, but she believes. She believes, yes. You know, this would be a perfect time to, set your clock just 30 minutes earlier and come by and enjoy time. Lee's going to come for yoga? I don't think so. I don't think so. But come, and if you're interested, we could probably start Zooming those classes for you. Then there is a spiritual weight loss class from 6:37. She's basing that on a book by Marianne Williamson.
And other sources.
Huh?
And other sources.
And other sources.
I have one person who's coming to that every week.
We do have somebody that's coming to that, and that's from 6:30 to 7 in the morning. At 1, we have creative junk journaling. Jesse and I took that class a couple weeks ago, and we had so much fun. And y'all, Gypsy's going to bring a box that you make out of your junk cardboard, and she's going to show us how to do that. And it looks like an antique box. It's beautiful. At 3, I'm teaching a neuro art class where you can learn variations of neurographic art that will help with meditation. And then Keith will be facilitating at 6:30 a near-death experience discussion. Have you had one of those where you got a glimpse of what was on the other side? Come and share. This is a group that will understand what you're saying, so come and be a part and join. This is just the highlight of those kind of activities. We do have on November 30th the first annual Fiddlestick. Now, this is a gentleman that's going to be highlighted who's from Scotland, who plays the fiddle. And then there's several others that are coming with different styles, from Celtic fiddling to bluegrass to different styles. And they're hoping to make this an annual event. So come join us here at the living room for that. And then on December the 7th is the Yuletide Delight. Let us help start your Christmas off with a lot of fun. It's a night of music, magic, and laughter. Clayton King, and it's not a mystery now, Mandy Applegate will be our vocalist and be sharing many wonderful Christmas tunes. We'll have the magic of John Tudor, and comedy, it's me. Thank you. Come and hear some comedy and have some laugh. Tickets for that are $20. You can buy them on Eventbrite, or you can get your tickets here at the door. So do come and be a part. And every service we do close out with some special wordage and a special song. That's the cue, so, but we're going to let them come back. We want you to remember, if the only prayer that you ever pray in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. May the light of God surround us, the love of God enfold us, the power of God protect us, the presence of God watch over us. Wherever we are, God is. Great. Band, close us out.
All right.
May we all walk together. Come on. We all walk together, hand in hand, side by side. We all walk together, with hearts and arms open wide. We make our way by walking, in love we will abide. The path is always open, no traveler denied. So open up your heart, forget those tears you cried. We all walk together, hand in hand, side by side. We all walk together, hand in hand.